So this is the monster lineup for my 6 Samurai deck. I played 3 Kagamushis of the 6 Samurai. He's a level 2 tuner. You know, you can go Elder and him, and that's Nabi, so you can normal summon Kageki and go Shien. He's really good. You need 3 of him in the deck. Kageki, because you normal summon him and you get effect special. Usually you can go into Kagamusha, Inishi, or him, because when he's special summon you get his effect and add a 6 Sam to hand. And then you run 3 legendary 6 Samurais Kizans because he's the only staple in the deck. He's not the only staple, but he's a really good staple. When you control a samurai, you can special summon him. You would normally control, let's say Grandmaster or Inishi or Kizaru, and with these 2 and him, you can go Utopia, another level 4 XYZ. 2 older, the 6 Samurai, because if you go second, your opponent's obviously gonna have something. He's a free special summon. Fuma, what I like to do with Fuma is I just set her and pass, and they destroy, and then I get effect to special summon. Or, you know, I attack my opponent's monster, even though this is a lot weaker, so I get effect, special summon this, effect of this to add another card to hand. And if I have Kizan in the hand, I go Utopia the Lightning, special summon. Hatsumi, because she could stand alone on the field. Let's say you draw into her in the middle of the game, you have no cards, and you have no cards on the field, or anything, you could summon her, banish 2, special summon a 6 Samurai, and do whatever you want. Most of the time, you'd probably go, let's say Kagamushi and go Shien. 2 Great Shogun Shiens. People think it's a bad card, but it's an actual really good card because 6 Samurai spam a lot. So most of the time, you're at least going to have 2 or 3 6 Sams on the board. So why not run a card that can special summon itself when you control 2 face-up 6 Samurais, and only let your opponent activate 1 spell or trap per turn. And most of the time, people are really shocked when this card's on the field because they don't see it as often, and it really screws over your opponent. Like, let's say for example, I played as a Spiral guy, and he activated Terraforming, and I had Shien and Great Shogun Shien. I didn't negate it, I let it go through, and then when he tried activating his field spell, I told him no, because Great Shogun Shien only lets you activate 1 spell or trap per turn, and that he used Terraforming. 2 Veilers, because those are hand traps, and they really mess up anything your opponent has. That's a monster. And a Grandmaster, because just like Kizan, he's a free special summon. And when he's destroyed, let's say if he's not by battle but by card effect, you could add a 6 Samurai to hand. That's it for the monster. So this is the spell lineup for my 6 Samurai deck. I run 3 Shien Smoke Signals because you can search any level 3 or lower 6 Sam from deck to hand. Mostly it's Kagamusha, Kageki, or Hatsume, or Fuma, even Fuma. Because, you know, they all have their effects, things like that. Next thing, 3 6 Samurai United, because this is one of your only draw power in the deck between that and Pot of Desires. When once there's 2 Samurais on the board, you destroy it, draw 2. But what you should do is, before, let's say if you have Kagamusha and Kageki, don't go Shien yet. Destroy this first to draw 2, and you might get another 6 Samurai United. Use that first, place it on the field, and then synchro for Shien, and then you get another draw. So that's what most people don't see now. And aestheticism, I'm pretty sure we all know what aestheticism does, but I'm gonna tell you, if so let's say if I control, this is a play I actually found out about. It's, let's say I have Kageki in hand. You normal Kageki, before you activate effect, you activate aestheticism since it's a quick play. You get the effect of aestheticism, special summon Fuma since they're both 200 attack. And then you get Kageki's effect, special summon a Samurai from hand. And you can go, let's say, Shien, and then you attack with Fuma. Fuma with Fuma. He's going to get destroyed because he's really weak, and you get effect, special summon a Samurai. And you can do a lot of stuff from there, but after that I run 2 Shien's Dojos because if it's on the field and you summon 6 Samurais because they spam, you get counters on them. And then you can destroy the counter, special summon as many Samurais as there were on the counters. So let's say you have 4 counters. Destroy this, you get special summon a level 4 lower 6 Samurai. And I run Rigeki because it's at 1. And I run Reinforcement of the Army because it's another search card. I could search Kizan, Inishi, Kizaru. And next I run 1 Gateway of the 6 because it is not at 2 nor 3, it is at 1. Now there's a lot of cards that could destroy Gateway. Or it can get Ash, Jolin locked. It can get a lot of things can happen to it. So I think Konami should give us that at 2. And this is the other card that I was talking to you about, that it's another draw power in the deck. Pot of Desires. And then 1 Upstart Goblin. So for the trap lineup, I run 2 Muzumani Magatanas, 2 Strikes, one double edge, and one solemn warning. The reason I run this card because nowadays there's a lot of cards that pop, destroy, and this card's really good, but people forgot about it. Let's say they activate Regeki or something, you flip this, and if you have a samurai, you negate and destroy. So it's a really good card. I think they're like a quarter a piece. Really good cards. Solemn Strike because when there's special summon, you can strike it or effect strike it. Double edged sword technique because let's say if you're really let's say you're not doing that good in the duel, this can really change the duel around for you. Special summon 2 samurais and go off from there. Or you can go Hatsume and let's say Kagemusha, you get effective Hatsume to banish 2 and special summon another one. Then you can synchro for something else and just go off. And one solemn warning because it can negate pretty much whatever you want it to negate. And because it is at 1, I wish it was at 2. And that's pretty much it for the trap lineup. So this is my extra deck monsters. So to start off, I run 2 Shiens. I'd run it at 3 because I'm aiming 14 cards right now, but I might put something else in. I run 2 of those. I run 2 Nat Beasts. What I recommend if you have Elder and Kagemusha, or if you have the chance to go Nat Beast or Shien, go Nat Beast because it can negate spells. And people seem to forget it can negate multiple times, not just one. Because Shien can only negate once per turn. They might bait you, and that might suck because then most of the time people fall for the bait and it really messes you up. But Nat Beast can negate as many spells as long as you discard 2 from your deck. Nichirio Barkion, if you're playing against a trap deck or something, you can banish 2 from the graveyard and negate a trap and destroy. Black Rose Dragon because she could blow up a board and she's 2400. Utopia the Lightning, I run Prime 39 and Utopia the Lightning. Instead of running just 2, I run 3, so that way Utopia gets 2 attacks of 5,000, not just 1. And, he can get you out of tough situations. MX Cyber Invoker, because when you summon him, you can special summon a level 4 warrior from the deck in defense position. And most of the time I go Kizaru or Kizan. Most of the time Kizaru, because then you get effect of him to get when you special summon to get a samurai from hand. And you can do some great plays from there. And then I play 1 Acid Golem because most of the time maybe I can't go Shien or I can't go Utopia the Lightning, and I need something to beat over my opponent. I go Acid Golem because I run a lot of level 3s. Hatsume, Kageki. There's a lot more in the deck. So he's a 3000 level 3. Only his side effect is you have to detach 1 every turn, and once he's on the field, you can't special summon monsters. I run Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend because when she summons, she blows up all special summon monsters, and your opponent takes 500 for each. So most of the time, what I try doing is I try getting as many special summon monsters. Let's say I try special summon Kizans, and then get her on the board. So then they get destroyed, and my opponent takes 500. So they take more damage to their life points. And for Link monsters, I run 1 Decoy Talker and Misoridian. Decoy because he's one of the only links I can make at the moment. I can make more, but I don't really see the point. And Misoridian because usually before I go Nat Beast, I'd like to go Misoridian. Because like I said before, Kizan's a really important part of this deck. You special summon, let's say you have 2 samurais on the board, and you can go Nat Beast, special summon the Kizans, go Misoridian, and then Nat Beast. And with the resources like Shien's Dojos and Aestheticisms, it's really not that hard to pull off the combo because then Nat Beast gains 500, so it's at a 27, and it could already negate spells, so it'd be really hard to take down. And plus, let's say if I have another samurai, I have Muzumani Magatana, they try popping Nat Beast, I activate that, negate and destroy. So part of the reason I run those trap cards and these cards in the extra deck, extra deck.